mainly because I think I just released my 100th video. This is not it, but that's kind of the joke, right?
I like it.
Yeah, I thought so too. So we will let people filter in as we kind of gab on about random shit until people show up. Right now there's two, which I'm pretty sure is myself and you.
Woo!
Yeah,
we're watching
like,
the video.
Yeah, nothing like a live stream with no viewers.
I know,
or
right?
us as viewers.
I think we're pretty. I'd watch us.
I'd watch us too.
Yes. I'll pimp it out on the Twitters. Give me a second. Tabitha would watch it, or is that Tabitha?
Yeah, that is Tabitha.
Okay.
That is Tabitha this time.
This time.
What's up, Trillium? How's it going? It's funny. I have two monitors. I have my laptop screen, and then I have my big ass monitor screen. So I'm looking at that, and I turn, and then Tabitha's like right there. It's like, you are one sneaky little cat.
Wow, she like sneaks up on you and stuff. I hate that. My one of my corgi. Well, I don't know. Colby is. I'm still getting used to him since he's only been with us for a month now. But Penny, she'll like I won't hear her, and then she'll like randomly like make a noise or something, and I'm like, what the? And then she's there. She just appears. Like, she's not a small dog, but she's not like a huge dog, so she's can get.
Oh yeah, she's a corgi.
Yeah, she's very cute and short and stout. She's a long little doggy. No puns. Okay.
Well, no, if you made like a Data Dog reference, you know.
Yeah, I know. Well, we would have called her Ein, but she was a girl, and Penny kind of fit. So yeah.
If I ever got like a corgi, I think I would have called her, him, Ein, no matter what.
Yeah, that's probably. I mean, that was the reason. That's what made me fall in love with the breed, anyway. So
yeah, I think a lot of people have because of that TV show.
Yeah,
I have this this great T-shirt I bought. I think it was off T Fury a couple of years ago, a long time ago actually, and it's Ed doing the Rosie the Riveter pose with Ein, and oh god, what did it say on it? Was it "We can do it" or was it something else? But
yeah. I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
I just got a weird influx of followers on Twitter. Like, I checked my Twitter today, and now it's like, you have 10 more followers than you did yesterday. I was like, what did I do?
Yeah, there's times where it's like if you randomly interact with people, or you'll get followers for some reason, especially within the comics community, or if you just kind of like, so you see something that somebody retweeted, you reply to it, or make a comment. Sometimes you'll just pick people up. Yeah, it's kind of random.
I'm like, I mean, this account has more followers than my like real one, the one that I use with my name and like my real stuff. So I'm like, that's weird. Huh.
Yeah, that's how it is with my my personal one as well. It's funny because I remember when I first got on Twitter like a long time ago, and it's like, you'd have random people start following you. It's just weird. And I asked this chick, is like, do I know you? And she's like, no. It's like, why are you following me? Oh, you seem kind of interesting. I was like, okay. Yeah, I mean, this is when like social media was still kind of new to me. It was like really before Facebook got big, but you had MySpace.
And good old MySpace.
Yeah, good old MySpace.
Mine was all like Sailor Moon and like Animate Out. Like I was because that was like probably early, like later, 90s, early 2000s, right?
Right.
So yeah, I was way into anime back then. So yeah, I was like, I did the animus. The anime. Yeah.
Facebook. I mean, Facebook was around forever, and then I don't know when Twitter got big, and I started using it because of work. We had this one chick. She was the social media princess, and she took care of all of our social media stuff. As well. Okay, it's really weird because the company I work for, we had a forum, so she would deal with customers and stuff like that. So she constantly was working with people, and even though she worked in support, that was like part of her job. So they actually moved her into like when social media really started kicking off, is where they moved her into that role, and she was the social media princess. I mean, I don't know what her official title is. I'm just making shit up because it's kind of funny. What's up, Brown Comic Book Reader? How's it going? So yeah, there was that. Yeah, I want to say it's like last minute streaming. We kind of had this planned out. but I didn't set it up in advance like I normally do. So it's kind of random. We don't have any topics.
I know. I'm like, let's talk about this, and then you didn't read it. I'm like, we can talk about this, and then I think the only thing we can talk about really that we both seem interested in is the Deadly Class trailer.
Yeah. What's up, Eric? Eric. God damn, my brain is not.
It's okay.
Gary is watching Deadpool 2, which I just got done seeing, and I'm just gonna say, go see it. It's really fucking funny.
That's awesome. I'm excited.
And, yeah, you should be. And just to pimp Neurotic's channel, just to pimp Gary's channel, tomorrow at some point in time in the evening, we will be talking about Deadpool 2. Spoilers. So just be aware.
All the spoilers.
All the spoilers. But yeah.
No, I'm just like, I think I'm more excited the fact that I'm actually going on a date with my husband, because I don't think we've done that like outside of the vicinity of like maybe like 100 yards of our house, because we like do a thing with the dogs sometimes, but like actually going on a date, I'm just like, yeah, I get to spend time with them, which is very rare, all things considered. And I thought what was funny, because I was like freaking out, because normally I have D&D on Fridays, but my DM just got back from Hawaii and they have finals this week. So they're like, nope, postponing. And now I'm still wondering if we're going to Ren Fair on Saturday. So I'm like, am I going to Ren Fair? I don't know. Huh. But yeah.
Jeez, I haven't been at Ren Fair in ages.
Got to dust off ye old costume.
Yeah.
I hope it fits still. I probably should work on that tomorrow at some point, just in case. But yeah, I totally.
Yeah, you should definitely be prepared. You don't want to be like the normie showing up in regular clothes. And yes, Spider Side, it does have the best post-credit scene ever. Oh my god, it's fantastic.
Shh.
Yes.
I don't want spoilers yet.
Oh, I'll spoil it for it. Oh, no, I'm just letting you know it's great. I'm not going to talk about what it is.
I think that's why nobody's watching it. Everybody's going to see Deadpool 2.
Yes. Hello, all 9 viewers. Well, normally it'll pick up, I guess, once word gets out. You know how fucking YouTube is. Yep. Yeah.
The tubes of you.
The tubes of you. Into the black hole with ye. We don't want to spread your pornographic filth.
Right?
Yes. But one of the things that we were going to talk about is Deadly Class, which I know absolutely nothing about. And apparently this is going to be a show on Sci-Fi. And I watched the trailer today and I was rather blown away by it.
Yeah.
Which is pretty awesome.
We had Rick Remender at our store, and that was like 2 years in the make. Like my old boss was trying to get him in the store for years. And like, I'm more familiar with his Marvel stuff, but like, I haven't really read much of his, of 7 to Eternity I'm familiar with. I've read the first trade. It was really good. And then I picked up Death or Glory, and that was good. So, but now I'm like, why am I not reading Deadly Class? Because I like magic and I like the 80s. So, I might have to pick up the first trade tomorrow and read it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. It seems like a more edgier X-Men.
Yeah, with magic instead of mutants.
With magic.
Yeah.
Is that what it's supposed to be? Is it supposed to be magic?
I think it's magic. I don't know. Has anybody in the audience read or heard of Deadly Class? Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, it takes time. There's a lot of broadcast lag.
So. Oh yeah, there's broadcast lag. I forget that. It's not instant. Yeah. That's dumb. What the
I know, right? It's because they have so many at YouTube. When anytime somebody streams, it's so they can hit the censor button and bleep out naughty words.
Got it.
But yeah, holy crap! I'll have to post the trailer in the description so you guys can go check it out. But it's pretty cool, and it has the Russo brothers tied to it, so it's going to be good.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm really excited. I think they're executive producing.
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken. Yeah,
he's like, executive producers. That's me trying to speak.
Oh, got it. I was like, are you trying to be cute? Because
no, I was kind of slurring, and I just made a joke out of it by saying executive producers because I couldn't get executive producers out the first time.
Got it.
Yeah.
But
this is the reason why I fear live streaming by myself, because I will just fucking trip over myself.
That's no good. I do the same thing. And then I kind of like get distracted easily. I'm like, oh, what's this? Oh, my phone's going. Like my first stream was weird. I don't know. It was, I don't know. That's all I got. But I am working.
Is that the one you deleted?
No, I have one up now. Well, yeah, that's the one I deleted. But then I have one that I still kind of was like derp, and then I got like lost in stuff. Yeah, I don't know. My brain is slow. I've got slow brain, so like I don't know. I trip over myself too, so don't feel so bad. But
yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, like I don't know how Gary does it.
I don't know, man.
On Mondays, I'm just like, so good.
Yeah, Gary has a awesome screen presence.
Yes, he really.
I guess is the best way of putting it. But yeah. Okay, so anyway, here's something we actually haven't really talked about in a while. So how are things at the comic shop? What's selling?
Oh gosh. So yeah, we blew through Venom. Like Venom #1 we sold out of. So we'll have to get second prints because now people are starting to come in this week. Oh, do you guys have any Venom? No, we sold out, but second prints are on the way. Which means I actually have to go back and order more of #2s now. So I'm excited because if we sold out of #1 and the story was as good, you know, I'm hoping that it's still good because I'm really interested to see where it goes. And everybody that I sold it to has said, "Oh my gosh, it's so good." But we're starting to see a pickup in Marvel titles. So a lot like the Avengers, people have hopped back on with, which is cool. Like I don't know, people are like, I think people are mostly just interested in the Celestials more than anything, and that's what. Yeah, it shipped out 200,000, sold out. So now there's demand for second prints. So that's with Venom #1. And then with Avengers, I think I a little over ordered, but they sometimes Marvel or Diamond will offer a deep discount. So if you like order over, you know, X amount, you get, or like 200%, you get an extra 10% off or something like that. So it ends up paying for itself if you sell like, you know, 25 to 30 copies of the 100 copies that you ordered. So yeah. So, yeah.
Well, I guess I shouldn't be surprised because, you know, after all, Marvel has kind of returned things for the most part, kind of to their status quo, which is where, you know, the fans want things to be. They want, you know, Captain America to be Captain America. They want Thor to be Thor. They want Iron Man to be Iron Man. And so there's been a slow transition back to normalcy. So I don't see why things wouldn't pick up. And they've had some decent writers go on to, like, you know, like Coates on Venom and whatnot. Not sorry, Kate's.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, what do you mean Coates?
Yeah,
Coates,
the bad one is Coates on Captain America. I'm actually willing to give Nick Spencer a chance on Spider-Man. His Free Comic Book Day issue wasn't as atrocious as I thought it was going to be. There was some bad humor in it, but maybe it's because he's trying to get his sea legs, so to speak.
Unfortunately, we didn't have any, and I had to relinquish my copies to someone else. So I'm okay. Like not that I, you know, care, because I'd rather they go to a customer because, you know, customer service and all that stuff. But
absolutely.
But yeah, No Justice is selling really well. A lot of there's been some more pickup on the new Age of the Superheroes. More people are kind of giving a lot of those titles a chance. Like, what was it? I did a reorder of Immortal Men #1s, and those sold through. So
oh, that's good.
Like, yeah, so I kind of went deep on #2 and hoping with, I mean, I liked both issues. I read both of them. They were interesting enough for me to pick up, which is, yeah, interesting in itself because of what I usually read. But no, New Challengers was really good. I think we, like, when I left this evening, we had like 5 more copies on the shelf. So I was like, okay, I ordered 25, sold through 20. Not bad. So that's with like having nobody interested whatsoever, which I think I should have gone a little bit deeper because Snyder's attached to it. Because I'll ask a lot of people, I'll be like, you know, oh, why are you picking this up? Snyder. Oh, okay. That's enough said. Yeah. So, but it's really rare.
It's going pretty good, no brag. How's it going? Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
John.
Include the audience.
Include the audience.
It's going good.
Yeah, it sucks. I wish I had more stuff to talk about. It's funny because I've been wanting to do like a quick morning stream and talking about a book I read, and unfortunately, it's like every time I try and read a book, something happens. Like, watched The Expanse yesterday. Watched Gary's stream. Was cleaning my 1911, and it was like, hey, look, it's midnight. I should probably go to bed. What about this book I was supposed to be reading? Well, fuck it, I'll read it. Tomorrow comes around. Hey, okay. What am I doing? I have to go read this book. Oh, wait a second. I have to go see Deadpool. Damn it. Hey, I'm back. To. Maybe I can. No, I got to stream in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I almost forgot to make food. I was like, there was something I was supposed to do. Oh yeah, I got to make food. I got to eat.
Yeah, there is that.
Yes.
Yes. And Sideways has been surprisingly good. I've been enjoying the hell out of that book. So far, the books that have been really doing it for me has been Damage and Sideways. Silencer hasn't been too bad. I don't know if that's necessarily a book I want to keep reading though. And what's the other one? Brimstone is another one I really like.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that too.
Interesting. I haven't gotten through Immortal Men yet. I started reading like the first few pages of it, and like most things, I get interrupted by something and I don't get back to it.
Story of my life.
Yeah.
But yeah, no stuff with, I mean, other than the fuckery with one of the new bosses, I mean, it's good, but I don't know. The foot traffic this week has been really slow, but I think it's because of, mid-May. I know a lot of graduation stuff is happening and finals. So I'm like, maybe people will come in this weekend since all that stuff is done. So, but we at least made back our comic book order. So now we'll be running in the black tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday. So I'm like, okay, cool. So that's all I care about is making money. I love comic books and stuff, but at the end of the day, stores got to make money.
Yep. So what do you think? Have you been seeing the stuff going around on Twitter regarding West Coast Avengers?
Yeah, I tweeted this morning. I was like, really? What's this whole thing about? It's but I think people are forgetting it's a limited series. So it'll probably a five issue run. It's not ongoing.
Gotcha.
So
is that being written by Kelly Thompson?
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I think people didn't actually read through the article because I didn't either. I just posted like, oh yeah, it's a limited series. So that means it's not ongoing. So it's only going to be probably 5 to 6 issues at most. So yeah.
Yeah.
It's not getting good feedback. That's for sure.
No, it's not. It sucks because I like Quentin Quire. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Quentin Quire. I think he's kind of an interesting X-Men character. I try and pick up the books he's in. Unfortunately, a lot of them have been disappointing. I love the X-Men series that he was in years ago when they were going through graduation. I thought that was pretty cool. But for the most part, he hasn't been in anything I've liked recently. So this seems like another book that's not going to be all that fantastic. So
I'll probably order 10.
Yeah. But yes, West Coast Avengers, how we've missed you. Hey, Boom, how's it going, man? You're somebody I want to get on the channel sometime because you've had some interesting stuff going on.
Ooh, what's up, dude?
Yeah, he had some not so fun Twitter stuff because he dared to share his opinion about Captain America and Antifa, and let's just say it didn't go well. So
heaven forbid that you get free speech on a platform that's supposed to permit free speech.
Yeah. Free speech. It's a dying breed.
Finger on chin emoji here.
Yeah. Well, do you see there is been a huge announcement from Twitter about they're making some changes to their algorithm?
Yeah.
And so it's like, so what you're saying is you're going to start shadow banning people.
Yeah, exactly. Like ignoring people without really properly ignoring them. I think that's stupid. Like, I mean, people kind of censor each other with, reporting. Like if, there's a fine line between opinions and being a dick, I think.
Yeah.
Or harass it. There is At least I think so.
Here's
but
the
even
problem.
then,
no,
go ahead.
Sorry. Oh, I was gonna say, here's the problem with free will and free speech and all these things. Freedom is always going to be abused, but just because it's abused doesn't mean we shouldn't have freedom. But that's kind of the general attitude I see from people like Twitter. Oh, free speech is bad because it could be used for bad things. And it's like, that's the drawback of free speech. But it's important because at some point it's going to be used on you. So, yeah.
Freedom costs $1.05, man.
Yeah, it does. And yes, as Boom says, he had a 200 dog pile. Jesus, dude, that sucks. I'm glad you got your account back. I'm sorry you're being harassed. It kind of sucks.
How dare you, sir?
Yeah.
How dare you? Freedom is just another word for nothing left to lose. That's funny.
So anyway, back to the comic shop. What else has been selling hot? What else looks good? What can you tell us about the future of solicitations and stuff that are coming out that might actually look good?
Gosh,
obviously West Coast Adventures is not.
Yeah, no, that hasn't even been. I mean, that'll probably be in August solicitations, I'm assuming. Same thing with, I believe that's when Fantastic Four is dropping, because hold on, let me go into initial orders for July.
Okay.
Well,
try it. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I'm sorry, I'm in my diamond account. But what was it? A lot of I think Hanna-Barbera and DC crossovers are happening, I think, in July. So those will be fun.
So this is interesting. Let me get to this comment real quick. So Alder Reeves is talking about, are they going to be able to sell West Coast Adventures in Canada? I don't know if you heard about this recently, where the anarchy symbol has been labeled as a hate symbol because there was I don't know if it was Antifa. I don't remember who it was, but they had it on a building, and it was forcibly removed, saying it was a symbol of hate. And since the A looks very close to the anarchy symbol, yeah, that's a very good question, Oliver. I'm not really sure. Canada's being kind of a screwy place right now, which is funny because I've never heard of the anarchy symbol actually being associated with hate. But hey, whatever floats your boat, Canada.
That's weird.
Yeah, it really is weird.
Let's go to DC. Publisher, DC.
Greetings, Narwhal Books. Welcome.
Horror. No, not EC, DC. Come on, mouse. All right. So, well, yeah. Batman number 50 comes out in July. I'm excited about that. Oh, I don't know if anyone saw, but the art germ cover for number 49. Oof. Ooh, that thing is sexy. Ooh. Yeah, give me some of that. Let's see. Catwoman number 1. That's coming out in July.
Really?
Yeah. So it's what is it? The artist is Joelle Jones.
This isn't the young adult line, right? This
is just Cat. Yeah, it's a Catwoman following like number 50 and Batman number 50 and Catwoman number 1 are both coming out on the same day, which is July 4th. And this is being, I guess, written and illustrated by Joelle Jones. So it's her child, I suppose. Like it's her. Yeah, I don't know. I'm really looking for. I love her art. So I know some people are like it's hit and miss with them, but yeah. What else? Oh yeah. What else is?
Really quick, Major Tom. I don't know if CB is necessarily a failure. My whole thing, my whole take on what's going on with CB Cebulski is give the guy a year, because it's going to take time to write the Marvel ship. And I know that he took over in November, and here we are in May, and we're still getting stuff like coats being put on Captain America. I don't know when that happened. I don't know if that happened under CB or if that was under Alonso, but it takes time to right the ship, and it's going to take a lot of time for them to really undo the damage. And sorry, you were going to say something.
Yeah, no, it takes about 6 to 7 months for them to plan out a book. So a lot of the stuff that we're seeing has been, you know, done, like planned out a while in advance. And the whole thing is too, is there's a lot of things that contractually, like they have to let carry out before they can do any sort of breach, like breaking of contracts, canceling of contracts. So we're probably not going to see anything really until probably closer to November. Yeah, again, November. So he, yeah, there's a lot of things that he has to let contractually go forward before he can make any sort of, and the whole thing, yeah, and a lot of the things too is, you know, things are going to be done on their Marvel's time and not so much as our timeline. You know what I mean? Yeah, we want to see these people fight, but like I said, you know, it might cost Marvel a lot more to cancel a contract, you know, other than just let it go forward or continue, and then they can blanket or blame it on like tanking sales or stuff like that. So it's, I don't think CB is a failure because we haven't really seen much of what he's done yet. So a lot of the stuff has been planned out. They plan like a year in advance. So give it time. It's going to take some time, but I'm hopeful.
Yeah, so. I mean, and we have to be cautiously optimistic about this stuff, you know, and that's the main thing, is to keep an eye on things, make sure that we keep the pressure on them, because of, if we don't, maybe they'll slip back. And the big thing is, I know that people have called CB Cebulski an SJW. I don't think that's the case. The guy's probably liberal, maybe progressive. But overall, I don't see him. I see someone who loves comics and is trying to right the ship. And I think he's getting a lot of unnecessary shit right now, because of, you know, we don't know how the industry works. This is the reason why I like having Feisty and Gary on, so we can actually talk about, you know, how things work in the industry. You are not a comic pro, but you are in the industry because you work at a shop, you handle ordering, dealing with, you know, Diamond, and I don't know if you deal with Marvel directly at all or whatnot, but no, you have a better understanding than I do.
Actually, that's a good point. I'm going to reach out to John right now.
Okay. But overall, I think things do take time, and I'm hoping we'll see things in a better place by November. If not, then by all means, you know, the criticisms are valid. I guess it's the best way of putting it. But overall, I mean, it's nice to see that some things have been improving, like we were talking about Venom, and that has been flying off the shelves, and that's fantastic. I personally enjoyed it, and I have read the previous Venom series. I am behind, so I don't know if because I know that the symbiote's broken. I don't know if it got healed, and now it's broken again. I don't know if they're retconning things with it, but I've genuinely have been enjoying the story that Donny Cates has been writing. I think it's pretty interesting, and I'm looking forward to more of it. I was hoping I got a chance to read Avengers #2 so I could talk about it. And for what Samurai Raccoon was talking about, it wasn't as good as the first issue. But there was one thing that Crumple Point kind of pointed out in my comments section when I did my review of it, is basically it's Jason Aaron kills all the things. Because I guess you kind of saw that with like the Last Days of Magic, and you saw that with, like, I guess Thor the God Butcher, or not Thor the God Butcher, Gore the God Butcher, you know, stuff like that. So it does seem like it's kind of a continuation of something that he had in mind, but I guess never really got through editorial. So I don't know.
Trying to, yeah, because what Remender was talking about how when we kind of talked a little bit when the madness died down, and he actually got to sit down with me and the shop owner, and he was talking about how, you know, when he was in the writer's room or on the retreat, and so many people were getting so fed up with the direction that things were going, that he's just like, yeah, you know, he bounced. He was like, I'm done. Yeah, out. He did his thing, did his last stories, and then he was, you know, he was done. He couldn't deal. So I mean, I don't remember the specifics of what led up to it or other writers in the room, but because it was over a year and a half ago. So, but yeah, nice guy though. Remender's awesome. He's really humble, which is awesome. And he says, he's like, well, yeah, I started out in the shops, so he knows what employees and shop owners have to deal with with the way directions book take or artists supposed to be. Nerdrotic just like Deadpool 2, lay off CB for now, listen to comics and feisty, share sub.
Yeah. Hey,
Gary,
you can jump on, dude, if you're here. Let me see
funny.
If I sent both you guys the links. I think I did. So Gary, if you want to jump on, dude, go for it. Let's see.
But I mean, yeah,
dude, Tim, right? I'll send you the link, man. You can jump on. But one thing I do think that you have a good point. I would love to have John Mallon on. It depends on whether he would love to show up on my small itty bitty channel. I don't know if I'm big enough for his attention. You know, I get that. It's all about respect. But yeah, if he wants to jump on and talk about the industry, I would love to have him. And let me.
Oh, he's in the theater. Lol, he's listening. What? Wow.
Oh, dude, oh my God!
Get off the stream. You're terrible, dude.
You're in the theater. Hopefully, the movie is over and you're listening. I'm guessing it is.
No, because he just did a live stream on The Expanse. He's crazy. You need to sever the umbilical cord.
You're nuts, dude. You're fucking nuts.
This dude.
Oh, dude, Gary, I fucking love you, dude.
Oh, John was on he was on Switchpoint's. John was on Switchpoint's channel. So yeah, I don't think he cares. He just likes interacting with fans like John. That's why I got respect for that man.
Oh crap. Sorry, dude. I sent you the wrong link. I sent you the YouTube link, not the Hangout link. Give me a sec here.
Oh, it's just starting.
What's that?
He says it's just starting. So
okay.
Leave Gary, take off your headphones and go watch your movie, you dork. What a silly goose. What a silly goose, that guy.
I just sent you the link, dude. Hey, Switchpoint, what's going on, dude? How's it going? Hey, Switch, if you want to jump on too, man, I'll shoot you the link. Work. What's that?
Twitch is at work. He can listen, but I don't think he can.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he is at work. Damn.
I know. Everybody's either watching Deadpool or watching Deadpool while listening.
That's fucking hilarious. That makes me laugh.
Dude, that guy. I swear to God. That's why I love him. He's one of my internet BFFs.
Yeah, seriously, man.
Oh, that's funny.
That dude is freaking great. Yeah, okay. Switchpoint your work. Okay. Got it, dude. Sorry. I got to have you on again, man. I got to have you on again. Obviously, some time when you're off. Yeah. Oh, you're off tomorrow. Okay, cool. Has your schedule changed at all, Switch? Because
yeah, I know that to longer days. So
okay. Well, because I know that it was like Monday and Sundays. It seems like those were the nights he was free. Because tomorrow we'll be on the NERDROTIC channel talking about Deadpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, so back to what we're talking about with the industry and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, I'd love to have Mallon on just to see if he actually worked with Cebulski and see how, what his impression is of C.V. Cebulski. As I don't know if he was already out or on his way out.
I think
during that time period.
Because I know he was he did the artwork for the story arc that he was on, and then unfortunately all that bullshit happened. But he might have just been done with that. But like, I can't speak on his behalf, or I can't speak about what happened. But I hate when they do that. Like I hate when you have a good team on and then they break it. I'm like, dude, this was so good. Or the bait and switch, which they put a good artist on for the first two, like with Marvel 2-in-1. Not that the current artist on Marvel 2-in-1 is bad, but yeah, but the DC scooped up Chang.
Oh yeah, the art hasn't suffered. That was one of the things that once I got into it, I had a discussion on Twitter talking about the Marvel 2-in-1, and I don't remember the guy who was originally on it, but I know that he was only on it for like was 2 issues, and then they changed it. But the artist is still the art's still good and the story's still
Yeah.
good, and that's all that really matters. And has it been behind? I don't remember if I put it on my pull list or not. I think I've just been picking it up, so I don't know what issue it's on anymore. And
it's on 5. They took a break,
okay,
I think, and then it's the annual that's coming out, and then it's starting back up again. So I don't. Yeah, the last issue I know that was out was 5. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's the only one I remember seeing on order. So, but I think I would know because I'm like, I order books every month. So,
right.
Yeah, a lot of the new #1s for DC are coming out in July as well. So Superman #1, Action Comics 1001, starting with Bendis.
There we are.
Hey,
hello.
dude, what's going on?
Yeah, sorry, sorry about that. Sometimes I forget these Hangouts work better with Chrome. I'm so used to Internet Explorer, the browser I mainly use, and I forget that these Hangouts work best with Chrome.
Of course, because it's Google.
Yes. Also,
they're pulling a late '90s, early 2000s Microsoft.
Yes. Also, I have more than one account, so it sometimes takes time for me to find links.
Right. Fair enough. I should have told you I sent you your Samurai Raccoon one.
Right.
So what's going on, man? How you been?
Yeah, I wanted to inquire a couple of things. First of all, I'll get my thoughts on this Avengers #2 out of the way. It's not that I thought it was terrible, but the only thing I really remembered about it was the She-Hulk versus the whole She-Hulk Hulk squish, and it's like, okay, I know I'm not the biggest expert in the world on how She-Hulk works, but last I checked, she doesn't talk like that. That's more like Bruce Banner's version of Hulk in the early days, where he's going Hulk smash.
Yeah, I've never been a She-Hulk fan, so I can't speak. I didn't read her solo, any of it. I don't know. She wasn't the standout character to me, so I don't know. If it's not memorable, I don't. If it's not memorable, I don't remember it. No, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's typically how memorable things work. But yes, you are correct. She-Hulk was always kind of this, at least in more recent years, this kind of strong, confident female lawyer, and that's kind of how she was. And and they tried turning her into Bruce Banner, which
doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. I don't get it. It's dumb. The thing I don't get. Okay, so people complain about positive role models for women in comics or something like that, and they had one. They had a confident female lawyer. She kicked ass. She was smart. She took care of business in the courtroom. She was sexy. I guess that's the part they hate. I don't know. I mean, it's really weird.
Yeah, from what I understand, the whole spiel was she wasn't always like that, but when she got the blood transfusion from Bruce because she was dying, and she became the She-Hulk. She felt a lot more confident as the She-Hulk, so she kind of stayed that way.
Right. Sorry, go ahead.
Which is interesting because at first maybe I misunderstood something when I read her character bio on a card of hers I used to have, but I always thought it was a permanent thing as opposed to Bruce, where he'll change into the Hulk when he's in a stressful situation or he gets extremely angry, and his form reverses once he calms down.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of the things I think what they're trying to do is that they're going less kind of green Amazon and more like actual female bodybuilder as far as the way her look is. And yeah, I mean, I've met female bodybuilders. That's the way they're drawing her.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that most female bodybuilders look like that because I've actually seen them, and it's not very attractive. But the thing whoever the artist they're getting or whoever's responsible for making these decisions seems to be forgetting that this is a visual that this is a visual medium, and as a visual medium, certain things are going to be attractive to the eye, and Beefcake She-Hulk, odds are, aren't going to be one of them.
I don't know. I know a couple dudes that they dig it, so
Yeah,
that's their thing. Not saying it's bad, good or bad.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not judging people who like that kind of thing. You can't help what you like, but I'm talking about as a whole.
So Chris is pointing out that the whole point of She-Hulk is that Jennifer felt more powerful, more beautiful, and confident as She-Hulk. And that's the reason why She-Hulk, was the better version of herself. I guess that makes sense.
I can't really, like I said, I can't really make a statement because I don't like pretending to sound like I know something when I don't.
Yeah. I understand. I understand it. To be honest, there isn't a whole lot I know about the Hulk outside of the old 70s show and that cartoon that came out in the 90s.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, this is pretty cool. So Alamo City Comic Con is going to have Lou Ferrigno this year.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that guy is still alive.
Yeah. He looks fantastic, man. You compare him to Arnie, and Arnie looks old, but fucking Lou Ferrigno looks fantastic.
Well, being governor of California or any state, I imagine will do that to a person.
Yeah, probably doubly so for California. No offense, California. I'm from you. But I hate you.
Wow.
I mean, look at how Obama looked in his last years of his presidency. The guy almost looked like a skeleton.
Yeah, that's any president, man. I mean, yeah, he went in with that really dark hair and came out really fucking gray.
Stress is a killer.
Yep. It is, man. It's pretty crazy. I had a really stressful job, and my goatee is gray because of it.
Oh,
but I dye it, so you would never know.
Right.
Wow, you do?
I do.
Huh, your hair's gray and I lost mine.
My hair is actually not gray. My hair is still dark brown. But I do dye it black. There is some gray, not a lot, but my beard, dude, I mean, it's so out of place. Yeah. It's really out of place. I got really busy at work for a couple months, and I didn't get my hair dyed for a while, and it's like gray beard. It's like, yeah, I start looking old, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Enough about me. How about you?
I got nothing. I have gray, but I don't like dye it normal. I do weird colors because I work at a comic shop and I can now, so I'm excited.
Right. Yeah, well, that's one of the benefits of working remote for as long as I have. I could do crazy shit if I really wanted to. It's like I thought about giving myself a mohawk for a while, but it's like, fuck, dude, I'm in my 40s. I'm too old for this shit. Right. I would love to rock the mohawk, but I will probably look dumb.
Yeah. Personally, I would probably wouldn't mind rocking dreadlocks, but all my hair fell out.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Sorry, dude. That sucks. That was one thing I was always worried about too, because I always heard that you inherited being bald on your mother's side, but you actually get the pattern from your father's side. Luckily, it skipped me. I just have very thin hair.
Apparently, I skipped a gap because I skipped a generation because my dad, at best, has a receding hairline, while my granddad, while he was during his last few years, that was balding.
So steering it back to comics, what have you been reading? No, I mean not. Yeah, I mean there's a reason why we have a stream, right? We're supposed to be talking about comics.
People.
Not our problems with our hair.
Yeah, sorry, people. I didn't start the fire.
It's okay. No, and that's why I'm redirecting. What have you been reading besides Avengers #2?
Well, I'm reading Green Lanterns. This last issue was pretty decent. I picked up Damages, which was a slight improvement over the last one. But I think once this whole thing with Poison Ivy gets resolved, I'm hoping things will pick up.
Actually, I didn't mind the stuff with Poison Ivy. from last issue. I thought it was pretty cool.
It wasn't that it was terrible. I just didn't enjoy it as much as the issue 3 with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I have to admit that was pretty cool. I'm curious where they're kind of going to take Damage, what direction they're going to take that in.
I don't read it, so I don't know.
What's wrong with you, Feisty?
I know I can't read all the things.
No, I get that.
Yes, I know. I have the same thing going.
I read as much as I can, though. Like, I'll probably pick up number ones usually. So, speaking of which, I'm just like looking at all the number ones in that's coming out in July. So, yeah, there's Catwoman number 1, Superman number 1, Justice League Dark number 1, Justice League Odyssey number 1, Injustice versus He-Man and the Masters of the Universe number 1.
Oh yeah, I had. Yeah, that's on my pull list.
It looks interesting. What else? No, I think a lot of the crossovers with what Hanna-Barbera and DC are happening in June, so those will be fun. Hawkman 1 comes out in June. I'm actually excited about that too. So
yeah, I think that's probably one I'm gonna have to go check out. I know that he's been gone for a while. I don't know. Since I was not a DC fan and have recently gotten to DC, I don't know what happened to him. So,
same.
Yeah, because I know one of the reasons a lot of people with the metal, more people that were Hawkman fans picked up Hawkman Found more than anything. So it was weird. It was like, yeah, I'm like, you haven't pulled any of the DC stuff. They're like, well, Hawkman's in this one. I'm like, okay, cool. So
really quick, hey Polo, how's it going? I know I haven't said hi to you yet. Sorry, dude. What's going on? I haven't seen your ass in the chat in a long time.
Apparently, Eric wants to know if Kendra's going to be part of Hawkman. I know what he's talking about.
I think what's that That's Hawk Girl, right?
I haven't.
Yes,
I'm unfamiliar.
I want to say yes.
I want to say yes. I don't know. I've kind of seen a couple of, I think one of the artists tweeted something about it and they're like things to come, or maybe I know both of them are in Justice League. So I can answer that. Like Snyder's Run, I know the Hawk people make appearances in Justice League. So.
Okay, this is interesting. So James Hayes says this is something I always wondered about myself. He says Hawkman only exists because of Flash Gordon comic strip. I was like, I always wondered if that's what they were tied to initially.
I don't know. I don't know enough about the character, so I can't really. Yeah. I don't have.
Wasn't the Hawkman in the early days incarnation of some Egyptian Hawkman or something?
Some like that.
Mm.
I'd have to do some reading and some research.
Yeah,
but yeah.
The only thing I remember hearing about it is that he's a much different Hawkeye than the one that's from Thanagar or whatever it's called.
To answer Shadow Z455's question, Soleil is working on Hunt for Wolverine, and I think I want to say Weapon Lost and another one of the tie-ins. But Tom Taylor, I don't think is working on much other than X-Men Red. And I don't know who's writing X-23, but that's supposed to be coming out in July as well. So.
I can't think of what her name is. Diversity Comics recently talked about her. It starts with an M. Ugh.
I don't know.
My memory's shot.
I do find it kind of ironic, though, that Charles Soule is actually writing The Hunt for Wolverine, considering he's the guy who killed him.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, he killed him. But, I mean, like I said, with Death of Wolverine, the first 2 issues of that 4-story arc were solid. Then the last 2 was like, oh, I got to think of something quickly. I'm like, okay, you had a place you were going, but then this? Okay. So
I was going to ask you your opinion on that, because I felt the same way. I liked the first 2 issues, but I felt the rest of it was very fucking forced.
Oh yeah, Mariko Tamaki is writing X-23.
Yes, that's what I was thinking about.
Yeah, so she's going to be.
She's the current writer, right?
No, Tom Taylor's been writing All New Wolverine.
All New Wolverine, yeah.
But there is okay. So the lead up to the Hunt for Wolverine, it's going to happen over the course of the next couple months. Fortunately, unfortunately, but each issue, each titles, each of one is coming out every week, depending. But there's going to be a title called X Classified, and I'm thinking that is going to lead into Wolverine actually getting his own book again. So like Wolverine proper. And I know Old Man Logan is still on solicits, so I'm thinking they're keeping that book because it fluctuates between I think 37 to almost 40,000 issues each month. So I mean, it does pretty well, all things considering. And I was really apprehensive to continue on with it with Lemire not writing it. So when Brisson took over, I was still reading, and I've been pleasantly surprised with the writing that he's done. So
that's good. I am so behind on that book. That's another one I need to just like get the digitals onto my freaking iPad so I can read it at night when I'm going to sleep.
That's actually how I got caught up because me and my husband were sharing a car, so I was taking the bus to work, and so I was just like reading like 5 or 6 comics. So that's how I got caught up on Old Man Logan. So
yeah, I got on like a huge Transformer binge. No, I've been binge reading like more than MCI. This is like probably about a month ago because I finished off all the books I had. I was like, I should really put more stuff on here. Did
you read the Free Comic Book Day Transformers?
I have the Unicron special, but I have not read it yet.
Okay, because I know one of my boss is like a huge Transformer Hasbro freak, and so he reads a lot, like everything about it. So he's like so excited, and there's like a handful of people at the store that are really excited about the relaunch, and a couple more people just added the title to their poll. So, and they even specifically said relaunch. So they don't want anything that's current. They're just waiting for the relaunch. So
they're actually relaunching Transformers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Hopefully.
I was enjoying the current run though. I'm probably like the only person though. I don't know. Were you reading that, Samurai?
I was not. Unfortunately, no matter how hard, I haven't really been able to get into the Transformers comics wise. I think it's because in my head they're the 80s cartoon version, and when I try to read a Transformers comic, it's not clicking because it's a different continuity.
Yeah, I get that. I mean, I grew up in the 80s watching the Transformer cartoon. I'm pretty particular about it. But I like the twist they did with it. I like the idea that they're not just simply robots. They're mechanical beings. I thought that was a really interesting take on it.
Yeah.
And it's like the whole idea of like, he's having a fuel pump failure. like his heart's failing. It's like, that's fucking hilarious. Yeah. It's like I like that. It was a good take on it, and that's the thing with any kind of like reboot. If it's transformative, no pun intended. I seriously was not trying to be punny, but if it's transformative and it adds something to it, and even though it's different, it's not necessarily a bad thing. I used to be really particular about, you grow up, you have the nostalgia, you love it. And a good example of this is like Battlestar Galactica. I watched Battlestar Galactica in the 70s. I was, a diehard fan of Battlestar Galactica. And they come along and do this remake of it. And they made Starbuck a woman, and it's like, this is not my Battlestar Galactica. And so I ended up reading this blog post by someone about it, and he's like, and it really kind of jogged my memory. He's like, let's face it, guys, this show is way better than the original. Here's why. It's goofy. It's goofy as fucking shit. And then I started thinking about it, and I ended up going back and watching some older episodes, and I was like, dude, you're fucking right. Their unit of measurement is centaurs. I still love the original, but it gave me a new appreciation for something. And I'm somebody who hates reboots too. I fucking hate it. But BSG really grew on me, and it was for the longest time one of my favorite sci-fi shows, obviously besides Farscape. So I gained a new appreciation for it. I end up loving the new Starbuck. Everything about that show I thought was ended up being pretty brilliant. And this is like one of these things where we kind of go in with our preconceived notions and whatnot.
Yeah.
So there's one thing that you kind of mentioned, Polo. We talk about there's the transgender more than meets the eye. Some of that stuff is I don't really mind as much because it's kind of an interesting take. First off, like I said, they're machines. So and when you have like this monosex species, and that's basically what they were.
Which kind of makes sense because they're robots and
they
don't really reproduce like a human being does. So when the idea of fembots was introduced, I was like, what in the world?
Well, okay, let's put it this way. So when you only really know or you have experience with a monosex species, and suddenly you go out and you discover that there are other things out there that are different sexes, you can see where this dichotomy would start developing.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't have as much of an issue with it. And I think it's actually kind of an interesting way of kind of dealing with the subject.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like it would be one thing if the robot in question was more humanoid, then I could probably get behind. With it, or even with really the only reason I didn't really have a problem with it in the Nightword episode was because the robot was built on Earth. That robot was built by human beings and not alien robots. So it wasn't really a problem.
Well, like I said, it's like this weird kind of, in my opinion, it's like this weird kind of cultural thing where, like I said, you have this species, there's no concept of gender or sex, and suddenly, you run into these species that do, and you kind of like rethink, well, am I male or female? We're being introduced to these new mind-blowing concepts that don't exist in our culture, kind of thing. I don't know. But this is me as a anthropologist explaining this shit. So.
I'm all like, I have nothing of value to add to this conversation.
I am putting on my anthropology hat. All right. Yes, Shadow Z. I am a huge Farscape fan, and if you want to go check this out on the NERDROTIC channel, Feisty and myself will be joining Gary where we talk about Farscape. And we had our first talk this week where we talked about, or Gary and myself talked about issue 3. So yes, I love Farscape.
I've seen, I just finished watching episode 3, so I'll probably, after this stream, I'll probably watch episode 4. So, but I'm liking it so far.
Yeah, it's a great fucking series. And here's a fun fact about Transformers and the reason why there weren't any female Transformers originally in Gen 1, which they end up, introducing kind of later on, is, again, because Transformers is basically a 30-minute commercial to sell toys. Right. When they do focus groups and all this shit to figure out, who is going to buy this stuff.
Right.
Obviously appealed to boys, which is the reason why they didn't include any female robots. And then later on they did. So yeah, it was kind of an interesting story. I love reading.
Ironically, the G1 toy line did not include RC, even though she was a regular in the 3rd season.
She was not. Well, she was not. Well, yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
But then again,
but
then again, that may have been that may be a Diaclone issue, considering where the toys came from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true. That was one thing I always thought was really weird. When I was a kid in the 80s, when I bought Ironhide and Ratchet, I was like, why is it that they have the face on this thing that looks like a chair? And now knowing the history, no, seriously, it's really fucking funny.
I think that's why I went out of my way to avoid the Ironhide and Ratchet toys, because when looking at the toy in the catalog, I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Sorry, guys.
But yeah, a lot of that makes sense. Sorry, Feisty, go ahead.
Oh no, I got a notification on our store's Facebook site, and it was a review, and it talked about me, and it was a 5 out of 5 stars. So I'm excited.
Aww, that's awesome.
You earned it.
Thank you. I could
But
read
yeah,
it to you.
essentially what it comes down to was what Daikon had, and there was like another toy line that they kind of combined with it. So it's
yeah. Which was
it's fucking hilarious.
Which was common in the 80s, from what I understand.
Yeah, no, it totally was, and I mean that's the other thing too, like with Jetfire or Starfire or whatever the fuck he's called.
Yes,
where they repurposed the Robotech models.
Yes, the Skull Eater.
Yes, and I had that too, and I don't anymore, which pisses me off. But
I bought the actual Robotech Skull Leader. It could not fit, and I was 7 or 8 at the time, and I couldn't understand why this thing wouldn't change to a Battloid. And then, like the Jetfire toy, and then it occurred to me, as years later, it occurred to me it's probably because this is from a different toy company, and they had to design it differently. They probably had to design this thing differently. Then again, none of the original, but then again, I don't think any of the Macross models transformed either.
No, they did. A friend of mine, I was very jealous when I was a kid, had Skull Eater, and it transformed. Die-cast metal. Fucking fantastic. That's the thing I miss, man, from the 80s. Toys made die-cast metal.
Yes. Now I remember the Skull Eater I had was cheap plastic.
So, out of curiosity, Feisty, how is Thor on the Edge of Valhalla, or whatever the fuck it's called, selling?
I didn't order too many because I ordered the same amount of books that we sold of Mighty Thor, and I think there's like 2 or 3 left on the wall, so I guess it's good. So yeah, it's selling through, which is I like seeing. So
that's good.
Yeah. But yeah, like what else is selling through? A lot of like I'm like really nailing it with Marvel orders. Like I seem to be ordering like just enough to have it where there's no blank spots, but we don't have the thick stacks. So I'm hitting the but with DC it's been kind of hit and miss because I don't know if people are dropping the titles without telling me. That's another thing, you guys. Like, we might be sad if you drop titles, but we need to know this. Like, don't just let us put it in your pull and then you just like kind of take it out and put it back on the shelf. Like, no, tell us so we don't, because we order that copy for you. We specifically order those for people. So, grrr.
Well, which is funny. My store is kind of sneaky because sometimes they'll just slip stuff in there. I'm like, I didn't ask for this. They're like, oh, well, since you have this, we figure you might like this. And sometimes I buy it, sometimes I don't.
Yeah,
it depends.
My
on
store has not. My store has not done that. Now, sometimes they'll recommend brand things to put on my pull list for me, like the Black Series. This one it currently will not shut up about.
Wait, they're talking about black as fuck or just
Black AF.
Okay.
That's
when they were saying, was it good?
I don't want to talk about it.
Well, here, I do suggestive selling, but if like a special comes out or an annual, like sometimes people don't get annuals, but if it's on your pull, I'll give you the annual because I don't know, like that's not something that you can just add to, because it's like it comes out annually. But if it's like a special that pertains to a character that's on your pull, I'm gonna put it in your pull because like chances are you're probably gonna pick it up anyway. I just saved you the trouble. But if I know people are getting like all new Wolverine and Old Man Logan, yeah, I'm gonna put Hunt for Wolverine in your pull until you tell me not to.
Right.
So, I mean, it just kind of makes sense. Or if I see people that have, and that's another thing people were asking, they're like, oh, if I have Avengers on my pull, is the relaunch gonna? I'm like, yeah, I own it unless you tell me not to. So like, I'm, that's what, if it's on your pull, I'm gonna pull it for you. You have to tell me not to pull something for you by crossing it out or telling me when you're at the register. So
right on.
So, but yeah, I'm gonna like upsell stuff. Like, that's just like dumb if they don't, or if I know some people that I talk more frequently with, or that they know their taste, I'll throw in you know, a number one to something, will be like, they're like, oh, I didn't ask for this. I'm like, oh yeah, you didn't, but I figured you might want it, whatever. But like with No Justice, not a lot of people pre-ordered that. But if anybody had metal on their pull, I put No Justice in there because why wouldn't I?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because it immediately follows the whole, you know, metal timeline. So I'm sure a lot of people seem to appreciate metal and liked it. And so I'm like, this is the unofficial official sequel to metal. So and I'm telling them, oh yeah, it resets the universe, the Justice League for the 3 Justice League tie-ins. And then I talk about that and they're like, oh yeah, go ahead and add those to my poll. So it pays to know what's going on and what's coming up. That's why I study previews for like till no end. So it's like it's better if I know what, you know, oh, I can tell you about the future. I've talked about the price increases, but I've talked about how things are going monthly and whatnot. And they're like, oh, well, that makes sense. I'm like, yeah. So it's not like you're doubling up on stuff on every single title that you're getting, because most of them are, you know, like, well, that's sad because then my pool's going to be lighter. I'm like, yeah, but at least it gives you a chance to catch up a little bit, so you're not reading, you know, the same title a month. They're like, oh yeah, good point. So I always try to put a positive spin on things. So
you've done your homework. You've done your homework well, my dear Padawan.
So how many people there working at when you work there? Are you like the only person, or do you have like employees?
No, one of the it's always like usually usually Thursdays. One of my bosses will open and I'll come in a little later and close. The shifts kind of overlap. On Wednesdays, we have at least 2 people working because it's a busier day. So that way, not one person is just stuck behind the counter. There's another person that can float and help and answer questions and whatnot. But
makes sense.
Yeah, it just depends on the day. It depends on the shift, really. Like, I don't know why one of my bosses was scheduling 2 people on a Sunday. I'm like, why are you working on Sundays? So like, oh, I don't know. I'm like, you don't have to work on Sundays. That's like your day off. Like, that's why I work Sundays. Like,
my shop is crazy. I swear they have at least 10 to 20 people working at one time.
What? Really?
Yeah.
It must be a big shop.
It is a big shop. It's not small. It is very large.
I'm glad that they can make enough money to employ at least 10 people working.
Not all comics though. Like I've said this before.
Okay, that explains.
Like
that explains a lot. Yeah.
Third of my shop is comics. Actually, shit. No, I'd say a fourth. They have a lot of collectible stuff. It's a huge building. It really is. And it used to be like one of those like mattress stores. That's what it was in a previous life before it got repurposed and turned into Heroes of Fantasies. But yeah, it's huge. They have like a huge card section, you know, kind of a gaming section, which isn't as huge as it used to be. But a lot of collectible cards, war games, stuff like that. Then they have collectible toys, used toys, new toys, replica swords, statues. And then way in the back is the comic book section, which is, like I said, it's honestly the smallest part of the store.
Well, that's cool. So it's like a pop culture shop, kind of.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, nerd culture, pop culture, I guess. But I mean, there's always people in there, which makes me happy because they stay in business. But you know, they have a lot of high end items. They have some really nice statues for sale. They have a life-size statue of Batman that goes for like $1,000.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to get one just to have it. Like I want, if I could ever afford a like life-size Wolverine, I'll get it because reasons.
So is this Batman statue like just your standard Batman statue, or is it from a particular storyline like the Dark Knight Returns, or is it like a Adams Batman?
I want to say it's like one of the Arkham Asylum games.
Okay.
Yeah, type statue. I'll take a picture and post it sometime. You guys take a look.
That's neat.
But yeah, it's pretty funny. I think the last time I took a picture is when they had the really bad hurricane that hit Texas, which fucked up distribution. I show up on, I want to say it was Thursday, and no books. It was just
that's understandable.
Nothing like a storm to wreck your day.
What was that?
Nothing like a thunderstorm to wreck your day.
Oh no, this wasn't a thunderstorm. This was a full blown. Hurricane that took out Houston.
I meant to say hurricane, but it came out wrong.
If I know, if we know like books are going to be delayed or something, we won't clear the wall. We'll just keep it there. People are like, oh, it's the same. It'd be like, oh, well, we're unfortunately something happened with shipping back east, and books are going to be delayed a day. So what's the point of having a blank wall? But that's just me.
My LCS is good about that too.
Mine has like 2 sections. You have the current week and then the previous week, and then after that it goes into a bag and board and goes into the you're gonna pay. It gets turned into a back issue where they add $1 and
see. I've never understood that. Like so how our store runs is we have the new release wall, which is out this week, and then next to it is the kind of sort of last week, the last 3 weeks, but we keep stuff stacked for the story arc. So once a new story arc starts, we pull everything bag and board. Don't increase the price, mostly because that creates more work for us. Like if we can just scan something, that's the way we do it. So why we don't unless, and then we usually rotate stuff out every 6 months and then put it in dollar bins. So you guys, I don't know, I never understood marking up back issues. Like you're still going to make money off of it, even though it's because with Diamond and the way pricing works as far as cost versus retail price, if we can sell half of what we order, we've made our money back. So it's like, okay, cool. That's fine. But everything else is just profit after that. So, why would, I don't see and I don't like price gouging. I think it's fucked up. A lot of people
is that they can.
They can't. Yeah. We just don't, because it's like, we kind of want our people to be able to afford to buy stuff. So
suckers like me will buy it. And yes, Kevin, there's one thing I did forget to mention is that we do actually have a very large graphic novel selection as well as manga selection at my shop. So I am actually, I want to say maybe the graphic novel section is probably about as big as the back issue section. Or
me, I'm more privy to trade paperbacks than back issues.
Yeah, we have a little bit of everything. Like some people will be like, I'm a little behind. And I'm like, well, do you like singles or do you like trades? And they're like, well, it depends. I'm like, well, this story arc and the last one sold through pretty well. So you're probably just going to find like onesies and twosies and then try have to go hunt. Or I can give you this trade that has the last arc in it. And they're like, oh, I'll just take the trade. So it just depends on
which is why I go for trades in the first place, because they'll have a tendency to have an issue or two missing, and you're skipping between the first issue and going on to the 4th, 5th, 6th issue and not know what went on in between because they don't have the issues in between.
Right. Hey, Lord Nurgle, how's it going?
It's Mr. Nurgle.
Did any new eye stalks or tentacles or gibbering mouths kind of grow off you today?
Lol.
Sorry, if you don't know anything about 40K, you have no idea what I'm talking about, or not just 40K, but Warhammer.
Okay, that's why I have no idea what you're talking about.
There's this thing called Nurgle rot, and you start developing weird attributes like tentacles and eye stalks, and
sounds like fun.
Yeah. It's disgusting.
Yeah, I played a tabletop version of it, but a tabletop RPG version of it, but that was short-lived.
Yeah, I used to own the one that came out in the late 80s for Warhammer.
Right on.
Being that that's what I did, is I collected RPGs.
Nothing wrong with that either.
Nope. What's up, Post Size? How's it going? What have you missed? Shit, we've kind of been all over the place, man. We didn't exactly have a plan tonight.
Yeah.
Mainly because the books we were going to talk about, I didn't read, and we just been kind of talking about random shit.
Yeah. And since I actually happened to read Avengers 2, I just wanted to hop on and give my quick thoughts.
Right. And again, congratulations to Lord Nurgle and his wife, who are having Nurglings.
The Nurglings. Yes.
And again, that was another 40K reference or Warhammer reference.
Batwoman coming to the Arrowverse?
What's that?
Kevin's asking about Batwoman coming to the Arrowverse. Is he talking about the
TV show, yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about the TV show. I have no idea. I don't watch that shit.
I stopped watching after the second season. I was like, yeah, I'm done. I
just caught tonight's episode, and I had no idea that they were going to bring Batwoman into it, which doesn't really make much sense considering Batwoman's more connected to Batman, and you'd think that she'd appear on Gotham.
Yeah, well, no, because she can't exist until Batman exists. that's the reason why. So that's not going to work. Yeah, that's another thing. What's his name? I can never say this fucker's name right, but apparently he was going after our Anarch Press again because of Chuck Dixon was having a book published. And apparently everybody hates Chuck Dixon for some reason. I guess because he's connected with Vox Day's book.
Yes. Alt-right Nazis again. Yay.
I don't know. I thought Vox Day actually was all right, though, but I have no idea. I don't really pay attention to that shit. No, but I have to say is I love Chuck Dixon's G.I. Joe run, though. That guy was, I mean, I won't say was, he still is. He's a great, comic book writer, and I'm sad to see him not actually getting mainstream work.
Yeah. That's another series I couldn't really get into, even during the 80s when the cartoon was out.
Yeah, I can get it. I really liked his version because it was more, again, this is like, it's much like Transformers where it's a, still very focused on the Gen 1, but it takes it in a different way. It was a lot more grittier. It wasn't campy like the original comic book series. It was done really well. I fucking loved the hell out of that book.
So no red laser, blue lasers, and people parachuting out of the.
No, dude, you had like major characters getting killed. It was fucking fantastic.
Oh, apparently Chuck Dixon's a Republican, and that's why.
Yeah, yes, he's a Republican. That's I don't know if that's part of the reason or not, but yeah, he's a conservative.
And
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the great writer part is what should matter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Who was it again that said that people shouldn't be judged by the color of their skin, or in this case, political ideologies, but the content of their character?
Or I don't know. I'm right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not relevant in this day and age anymore for some reason.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Conan is back at Marvel. I don't see anything in solicits for any of the books. I just know that Assad Ribic is doing one of the covers, so I'm all about that. So,
yes, I was talking about More Than Meets the Eye. I've been digging that. Actually, I've been digging both series. I've started reading Lost Light, and it's I've been liking that too. I know that some people have some weird issues with the whole gender thing, but it didn't bother me. It really didn't strike me as being too SJW or whatnot. Sorry, Vice, I interrupted. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't care. I was just being silly.
So what are you guys' thoughts on Conan going back to Marvel?
I never read the other stuff, so I don't really care.
The only thing Conan I've read was the Gail Simone's Conan and Wonder Woman, which was actually pretty.
It was good. It was good. I don't think people give that book enough credit. I read like the first issue.
It wouldn't have anything to do with. It wouldn't have anything to do with Gail being a complete idiot, would it?
No, I didn't stop reading because of that. It's just
I meant the hate. I meant the.
The hate for the book. Yeah, probably. But yeah, it makes me kind of wonder what they're gonna do. Are they gonna pull like a Lobo with Conan? That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh boy,
I don't know what that means.
Okay, all right.
Are you referring to New 52 Lobo?
Yes, I'm referring to New 52 Lobo. Were you familiar with what they did with Lobo in New 52?
I'm not really familiar with the character at all, so
Lobo is like this big burly space biker, and they turned him into this kind of effeminate-looking emo dude.
Yeah, think of a reject from Twilight.
Yeah. So that went over like a bag of shit. And so that's the thing I guess people are kind of worried about with with Conan going back to Marvel is like, will they do something that is like so not in the character of Conan? Hey, that umbrella guy, what's going on, dude?
Whoa, what's up, Umbrella?
Hey, Umbrella. Saw your earlier video today on the that guy that had a problem with his LCS. That was pretty.
Oh yeah, dude, that was crazy. Did you hear about that, Feisty?
No, but now I haven't. Seriously, like when I'm at work, I try to stay off social media. So
okay, well,
understandable. Fair enough. Understandable. I do the same thing.
Yeah, if I was to pay attention to Twitter all day long, I would not get jack shit done.
Yeah, same.
But in a nutshell, apparently he did a lot. He's a YouTuber. What was his name? Dustin or Derek or something like that? I don't remember the guy's name. He's young. And yeah, I saw the article on Dangerous. So he's a YouTuber. He was talking about Jawbreakers. The shop he went to publicly did not want anything to do with Jawbreakers. They were very public about it. I think they were one of the comic stores that was colluding or whatnot. Dylan, thank you, Switchpoint. And then, wow, holy shit, good for him.
Yeah, they banned him.
Yeah, he basically showed up. They asked him his name, and when he told them his name, they're like, "You need to leave."
Yeah,
and he's like, "Why?" And basically, they banned him from the store. And apparently, to what that umbrella guy said, he got like 58,000 followers off of that. It's like, hey, well, congratulations.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just kind of fucked up. You know, he wasn't pushing anything. He didn't say anything about, hey, I want to go order me Jawbreakers. He didn't challenge them on it. He was just there to go get his stuff, and they basically booted him from the store, which is kind of messed up.
Yeah, I don't. That's just bad business practice. Like I'm gonna be honest. Like there's really nothing that. I mean, I get sad when something's out of print and I can't order. I don't care what people. That's why, like, from my point of view about all of this stuff, I have to be very partisan. Like, I have to be like, I mean, when someone comes in the store and they like Wolverine, of course I'm going to talk to them because I love Wolverine too. So, but I'm not going to judge someone by like, oh, you're reading that. Oh, like really? You're going to, okay. Yeah, so especially with new customers, like the worst thing I could do is be judgmental or shrug off or shun anybody for reading anything. I'm like, dude, you picked my store to buy stuff. Yeah. Let's get you stuff. Like
exactly your job. Exactly your job is to sell comic books, not to judge people for what they like to read.
Yeah, I don't like. That's not something I particularly care about. Like, I mean, if I've read it and you ask me about it. If I didn't enjoy it, I'm going to give you my honest opinion. I'll be like, look, here's why I didn't enjoy it, but I don't really like, I picked it up on an off shot that like I could maybe, but it's not my type of thing. But if you dig it, you might enjoy it. Like, I'm not going to say don't buy it. I'm just going to be like, well, I didn't enjoy it because of this, that, and the other thing. But I don't want to deter you from buying it because you might enjoy it because guess what? People have differing opinions.
Yeah,
well, absolutely. Yeah, that's one thing too. I don't crap on people for liking stuff I don't like. I mean, I got this one guy. I really pissed him off when I did my Witchblade review. I couldn't stand that book because I love the original. I thought the art was good. I thought the story was terrible and lazy, and it sucks because I liked her previous work she did called Coffin Hill. But overall, this sucked, and he got pretty heated, and I asked him, and this is what I do anytime someone is pissed at me, calling me an asshole, and not liking, basically saying I had a shit review. I was like, okay, tell me what you like about the book. You know, I could be an asshole, but I'm not going to be because I'm not going to fault somebody for having different tastes and liking something different than I do.
Right.
And that's fine. And we actually had a pretty decent conversation after that, you know, in the chat. Right. But I think that's something that we don't do enough as YouTubers is that when we get challenged on stuff to ask people, why do you like something? And actually, rather than saying, well, fuck you, you're a fucking soy boy or whatever.
Or you're a cuck.
Yeah. Or cuck. Actually engaging in a conversation with people that don't agree with us. That's the thing that we accuse the other side of doing. Let's make sure that we don't do that on our side.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
But
because comics gamers outsiders like myself are watching.
Yeah. Sorry, Feisty, you seem like.
Oh no, I was no. I'm gonna get like people are talking in chat, so I'm just responding.
Gotcha.
Okay.
But yeah, our store was nominated for an Eisner for a reason. That's all I'm just saying. So.
Oh, comic book stores get Eisners?
I had no idea.
I thought that was just something exclusive to comic book creators.
No, it's also for comic shops as well.
Okay, that's cool. Oh, okay. So the Eisner Awards can get awarded to people based on merit every now and again.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Considering I think it's something that's people have to vote on.
Huh. Apparently, Lord Nurgle is asking something about the West Coast Avengers.
I think Lord Nurgle is trolling me.
Yeah, I can't understand his question because of the many typos.
It's okay. I'm just as bad. Basically, he's like, "Why do you like the new West Coast Avengers?" Is what he's saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I speak dyslexic. That's how my shit comes out all the time. I have to go and correct it. It's funny because we were talking about it, and I mentioned how I liked Quentin Quire. I don't remember the dude's name. I think he's kind of a cool character. But ever since like the X-Men books from like several years back, he hasn't been anything good.
Yeah.
The cover, it looks cutesy. Not necessarily my thing. I don't know what they're going for. I'm not interested.
Yeah. What I don't understand is why they and I actually put this on my Twitter or one of them, but what I don't understand is why they wouldn't wait a year or two before bringing these characters back and seeing what they can do with them when
people also need to understand too that this in this article it's a limited series. It's not an ongoing. It's going to be a 5 to 6 shot. So like calm your panties down.
Yeah.
Like
oh no, I'm not in panic mode. I'm just questioning the logic.
There's a market for these characters. People, clearly.
Yeah,
it might not be mainstream, or it might not be at the lengths of like Batman level interest. But I mean, like I said, with Multiple Man, why bring Multiple Man? Oh, it's going to be a limited series. Okay, it's a mini series. Yeah, like.
So are these mini series kind of like Marvel's or any comic book industry's way of experimenting to see if these characters can build up enough interest to warrant a more consistent series?
A lot of the times Image or Boom or some independent stuff will do that. I don't know so much as with Marvel or DC, but I'm maybe like I'm sure if New Challengers does well because it's a limited run, it'll probably if the demand is for it and it sells, they'll probably be like, oh, now new coming, now ongoing. But with I've seen a lot in Boom. What they'll do is with like Over the Garden Wall, they did a limited series, and that did so well that they actually made an ongoing. But since then, of course, I'm pretty sure it was after like 20 or some issues, it was canceled due to low sales, because people lose interest. But I know a lot of independent stuff do that because of the fact that they take a chance on newer stories. The same thing, especially with Image. So a lot of the thing like with Aftershock too, I thought Dark Arc would be a limited, like with World Reader, but I've spoken to Jeff Loveness before, and that was always it was an intention to be written for the trade. So it was just, it's one small contained story. So it just, so yeah, I can see smaller companies do limited series runs to experiment, but I think that would be nice too if DC, that way, so it doesn't look like, oh, we're doing this ongoing, but then after issue 5 it's canceled. Well, maybe you should have expressed to your consumers that it was meant to be a limited series, so that way it's just not like, oh, it's done, oh, it's canceled. No, it's not meant to be ongoing. It's right. Yeah, it's a limited series, mini series. So I like the fact that Marvel is being more transparent about that rather than just saying new series. It's like, no, it's a limited series. So
hey, Switchpoint, thank you for correcting me. It is pronounced queer.
But yeah, one of the reasons I'm not in full-fledged panic mode is because Kelly Thompson is writing it, and she has some talent as a writer.
Yeah, I mean, she has her moments. I liked her Generations Hawkeye. It wasn't terrible. It was definitely, I thought, an improvement from what I've seen before. Really quickly, so Major Tom is asking, have you guys seen the outrage lately on comics Twitter? No, I've been trying to avoid that. I mean, shit gets old.
Yeah,
and
it's like how many...
And it's basically the same thing. Oh, jawbreak. Oh, another more people hating on jawbreakers or something like that.
A lot of it, I don't understand interacting with pros sometimes. It's one thing if they say something really blatantly stupid.
But you shouldn't. But to go after them in an antagonistic mode over every little detail of what they tweet is you're kind of giving them ammunition to use against you, which you should never do.
Yeah. And this is my opinion. Is I completely agree with a lot of stuff that Umbrella Guy has said about the whole thing with professionalism. There are certain levels of people. There's the Eric Larson, who is the guy who's in charge. Basically, can say what the fuck he wants to say because he's in charge, and there really is kind of no accountability other than the fans. So what he says, I don't care about. When it is directly related to comics, though, is where I get irritated. If somebody has an opinion, whether it's the Trump thing or religion or whatnot, I don't care. I do believe that there should be a separation of. I have 3 Twitter accounts. I have my personal one, I have my work one, and I have my comics division one.
Right.
Mainly because I don't want the 3 to enter fucking sect.
Yeah.
But that's me. That's me, and not everybody thinks that way, so that's fine. But overall, I just get tired of it. I'm tired of the whole Jawbreakers drama stuff. I am aggravated the fact that Antarctic dropped them, and not mad at Antarctic about it because they basically. I don't know what happened, but ultimately I felt like they were threatened, and that's the reason why.
But constantly badgering pros, shops in Antarctic press about it isn't going to resolve the problem any faster.
Yeah. Well, the other thing too is part of it is that it goes back to the whole thing with the Streisand effect. The reason why Jawbreakers is as successful as it is, let's be honest, they probably would not have broken 75,000. Maybe they would have. I don't know. I'm speculating. And I did back it, by the way, just take what I said with a grain of salt or whatever. But without the outrage and the controversy, we would not be seeing them hitting like 300,000.
No.
It would have been successful, but it would not be outrageously successful. And it's the same thing with our side when we talk about certain people like Mark Waid, Daryl Ayo, and whatnot.
Mags
the only reason why Mags is, in my opinion, reached prominence is because of the amount of hate she got and the whole thing on Twitter and all this other crap.
And diversity comics will not leave her be.
Yeah, if we didn't talk about her, we would probably have no idea who she is right now. So a lot of these things that are happening on Twitter are monsters of their own making, either from our side or their side. Yeah. So that's my opinion.
Yeah, which is what I try to explain to people when I fight up my blots. I'm like, look, I never even heard of any of these people. All I know is I blot because I follow certain people on Twitter and they got this beef going on.
I'm going to be honest. I just tune it all out. Like, I don't care. I don't care about any of it.
Yeah.
So if you guys talk about it, I'm going to be quiet about it. I just don't care. If you have questions about shops, I'll talk about that. But as far as the Twitter drama, I just don't fucking care.
Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. I got to the point where I just don't.
I'm in the same boat as Feisty. I have a project of my own. I'm trying to get exposure to, and this Twitter drama isn't helping.
Well, there's a lot of things. There's a lot of independent books out there. This is something I want to start doing. Is I want to start getting more live streams where I get independent creators on to talk about their stuff. Yeah. I backed a book today on Kickstarter. Fuck, give me a second here. I don't remember what it's called. It's pretty cool. It's kind of the cyberpunk story. It's called The Ferryman, and it looks very interesting. It's being put out by Sean Campbell. He's somebody I follow. He follows me. I backed his book. It looks pretty fucking cool. And I would like to start getting independent creators on to help try and promote their stuff and talk about it and get more exposure to it, because these are the type of people I feel in the community that we should definitely be helping out, because, you know, we love comic books, we love good comic books, and we want to see them succeed. So I think this is something as a community we should talk more about. And then I killed the room.
Oh, I'm like, wait, I must care.
I think Lord Nobles or whoever put that out there is trolling again.
What?
Oh yeah, no, he's just trolling me. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you, but no, thank you.
That's Lord Nurgle. Come on, the guy has the name of Lord Nurgle. And again, if you knew about Warhammer, you'd kind of get the point.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
No. Yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I like my job, and I'd like to continue working. So.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hope I'm becoming an owner soon. So.
Yes. And I like to keep drawing. So hopefully I can keep you working.
Thank you.
So okay, so since you're on here and you're working on Samurai Raccoon, how's that going?
I'm almost done with the sampler comic.
Awesome.
So are you writing it, or are you just doing the artwork?
Well, it's a weird thing. I'm apparently, from the looks of it, I'm kind of writing it, and I'm apparently gone from artist to kind of co-creator. We just bounce ideas off of one another.
Gotcha. Later's Narwhal Books. Take care. So you are working on, like you said, not your teaser issue, but the intro issue. How many pages is it going to be?
From what Carl has told me, he wants no more than 16 pages, and I'm already on page 12.
Okay, well, that's good. Let's see, Major Tom, I agree with you. I hope Alterna picks up as well, and I am guilty of this. I actually read one of Tim Mayo's books. I actually really enjoy it, and I need to pick up more of it. And these are the things, again, I want to start talking about as well, because it's cool. Does my wife like my new nose? Yes, because it's the same one.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's not leaving anytime soon. The whole nose job jokes. That's fucking great.
Yes. I already sent you a Digital Underground video. Dodio nose job.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, you know, if you can't make fun of yourself, you can't make fun of other people.
Yes,
exactly.
Exactly. Later's Lord, God of Chaos and Disease. Have a good evening, Lord Nurgle.
Night, Lord Nurgle.
Later, Nurgle.
But yes,
I
could tell you, I can't wait till the congestion dies down. I still feel like I got punched pretty hard in the nose. So, other than that,
well, you sound great.
Yeah, I think so too. I actually, I was doing some test recording, and I just wanted to see what I sounded like, and it's like, okay, I sound pretty normal. I sound pretty heady to myself, or nasally to myself, but when I actually listen to the recording, it doesn't sound as bad. So. It's probably internal reverberation or some shit. I don't know. But I can't wait till the fucking swelling goes down.
Critic, so, you know.
Am I sleeping better? For the most part, I still wake up in the middle of the night congested as fuck at like 4 or 5 a.m., which is not fun.
Are you getting like sandpaper tongue?
No, I am not getting sandpaper tongue. It's just like...
I like the fact you know what I'm talking about.
I wake up congested and I have to do something about it sometimes, or I just go back to sleep. Who is my comic book waifu? I don't know, man. That's a good question. I don't get the whole waifu thing. I know that's an anime thing.
Yeah. It took me several months to figure out what people were talking about when they were bringing up waifus.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I'm not familiar with weeb speak.
Yeah. So I get the but I'm old and cranky and cantankerous, so I'm just like, what the fuck ever.
We all know who my comic book husbando is.
Yes.
That doesn't need to be said.
You're so what is the female equivalent of waifu? Hubfu? Oh.
Husbando.
Husbando. Okay, so your husbando is Wolverine.
Yep.
But hey, I maybe if I had to pick one, I'm just gonna go with Psylocke.
She's a good choice.
Yeah. Attractive, awesome power set. So there you go.
Yeah.
Interesting backstory.
I would have to go with Mary Jane.
Also an acceptable answer?
Yes, also acceptable.
Yeah, it's not Hugh Jackman Wolverine, by the way. Like, as much as I love him, no, he's not. I mean, he's great, but he's not Wolverine. The
5'3" hairy, as a shag carpet.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, and I don't mean Kirsten Dunst Mary Jane either.
As far as Eric getting back to making videos, that will probably be next week. And again, I've been trying to avoid staying up late since I wake up at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
Understandable.
Yeah. So hopefully things will be back to normal by Sunday or whatnot. I was really wanting to make a video over the weekend, but I was just like, not going to happen. It's like I conked out early, and it's also very draining. The whole thing when you're healing from surgery and whatnot, it's like there's that. And I don't know if this part of it was the drugs, probably not. But you're just tired and no energy. It's like this entire week I've been wanting to catch up on comic books. Guess what? It didn't fucking happen. Yeah.
I know those stories all too well. I need to get back into. I've got my boss found a box of Reaper paint in the back room, so I've been testing all that stuff out. I have so much paint, it's ridiculous. I really need to start painting miniatures again. Like I've kind of been in and out of it, but I really do need to start doing it again. It's a lot of fun, so I need to do it.
I had a friend who did that.
Oh, dude, I used to do it all the time. I don't know if I'm trying to remember if I gave them away or not. I think I might have. I probably gave them to a friend of mine. I had when I was playing Warhammer, I was playing which Space Marine chapter? They're ones that worship the machine god. I don't remember the name of the chapter anymore. But yeah, I did a lot of that. There was the steampunk version. Shit, I have a box here. War Machine, that's what it was called. I was doing the I don't remember the name of it. The Cador, that's what they were. Anyway, but apparently War Machine is now dead. So
I don't know what that means.
It was like 40K ish, except it's more like steampunks. They're basically.
Is it kind of like Malifaux?
It's like they have these like steam powered mechs. It's pretty fucking crazy.
That's cool. I know Malifaux was really popular for a hot second, and then it just died off.
Wow.
You kind of cut off your statement, Eric. Oh, I just took the fun out of being a creep. Gotcha. Well, there you go. That's what I do, man. I ruin other people's fun. That's what having a YouTube channel is all about.
Being a creep?
No, ruining other people's fun.
Oh, yeah. Haha.
Yeah.
Oh, fun yeah. To be ruined.
Oh, yeah. Kevin Damage does have that hour-long time limit. So, yeah, I guess he would be something like an hour man.
I don't read Damage.
Why not? Oh, wait. We already covered this, didn't we?
Yeah, because I read like number 1. I'm like,
fair enough.
And then I brought it back to the shop and I was like, here, have it.
See,
you can have this.
See, I picked up issue 3, which had Wonder Woman, and I was like, okay, this looks this looks like it might be pretty cool.
I dig the series. Not being a huge fan of the Hulk. I always liked the smarter Hulk, which is kind of the reason why I wouldn't say more attracted to Amadeus Cho's Hulk, but
wasn't it the Gray Hulk?
Yeah, like the Gray Hulk. Well, my big book that I read back in the 90s was Future Imperfect, where it was Maestro versus the Incredible Hulk, but he was a smarter version, but he wasn't the Gray Hulk.
Oh yeah, he was a bald elderly looking Hulk. I guess.
So that was like my, obviously besides like the 70s TV series and the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
That was my Hulk. That was my introduction to the Hulk.
90s Hulk fared better than 90s Wolverine, apparently.
Can we just like talk about how in the July previews for Immortal Hulk is fucking amazing? The fact that there's a gun going off and the Hulk is being shot at, and then the last panel, he's just smiling wickedly. Let's talk about that for a second, because I'm so pumped.
I am looking forward to that too. I liked the idea of them kind of like taking it. I don't know if this is like the original thing, but it being like more Jekyll and Hyde horror, which I know that's what it's based off of.
Banner Hulk, right?
Yeah, Banner Hulk.
Okay,
not Cho Hulk.
Okay.
But I have to say Frank Cho was doing the art for Amadeus Cho as Hulk. I actually enjoyed that run. It was actually not bad in my opinion. After that, when Cho left the book is where I feel things kind of went straight to shit, but that's just me. Fuck that noise.
I only read Amadeus Cho Hulk when Silk is in it because I don't care. I like Silk. I think she's cool. She suffers from anxiety, which I do too, so I can relate to her.
Yeah, she was actually when Slott was doing Spider-Verse, there was 2 characters I thought were pretty cool. Actually, there was 3. I thought the idea of Spider-Gwen was interesting.
Right.
I like the idea of Silk, and then I also like Spider-Punk.
The only one that Slott actually introduced and wrote and created was Silk. Spider-Gwen was the creation, kind of a joint creation of Robbie Rodriguez and Jason Latour. So,
but that came out of Spider-Verse.
Yeah,
though.
they went to them and said, "Hey, we for that 5-issue Edge of Spider-Verse run, that's where a lot of that came from." But yeah, I like Spider-Punk as well. I like the fact that he's got a spikes on his head.
Yes.
Cool.
I thought that was...
And the toy is really cool too.
Oh my god, they actually made a toy shit. I gotta find that.
I have one, I think. If you want one, I might send it to you.
That would be awesome. But yeah, I thought out of that, I thought the characters were intriguing, and I read Spider-Gwen for as long as I possibly could before I was like, I'm done with this.
Yep. Same. It was good up until like the early 20s, and I was like, yeah, I'm done.
Yeah. But because I thought the world was interesting. I know it was like I actually liked the idea of Matt Murdock being the Kingpin.
Bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
I was like that because I love the take on the universe. I thought it was cool. It was interesting.
And like Frank Castle being like a police officer, like that was cool too.
Yeah. And a very terrible one at that.
Yeah. Really terrible one. So yeah, I thought that was great.
So yeah. Yes.
No, Spider-Gwen is not based on Heather Antos.
No.
She's more like Debbie Harry from...
You're thinking about Gwenpool.
Yeah.
Actually, Gwenpool spawned from them doing like the Gwen variants. So,
and even then, the whole Heather Antos thing, it was only her likeness that was used. She didn't come up with the idea. It wasn't based off of her. They just used her likeness.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, we'll just put her face on the book.
Gwen Lantern. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. That's all I got, folks. Unless you guys still got something. Go ahead.
Well, the only thing I'm interested to see in is what they do with Mary Jane. I'm wondering if she's going to stay in. I didn't see any, because from what I saw of Tony Stark, Iron Man, there was no Mary Jane in the book. I mean, I can go back and look, but I didn't see any MJ in his book. So I don't know if she's staying in Iron Man universe-ish or gonna go over to Nick Spencer's Spider-Man. But I'm really sad if they don't utilize her in some way because I love MJ. So
yeah, that would be like the ultimate slap to the face of Marvel fans if they just dumped her for no reason.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe she'll pop up in Spencer's Spider-Man. I'm hoping.
What is that thing?
I don't know. Now I'm curious. Now I gotta check. Now I gotta look.
Yeah.
Going into time. I know. Now I'm like,
oh, dude, that's kind of frightening, James Hayes. The idea of Slott having where Mary Jane is dating Tony Stark. That's damn it, guys. Okay, you guys are coming up with some funny shit like Gwen and Stimpy, Kylo Gwen.
Oh God, that's
Gwen
funny.
Hulk, Iron Gwen. Fucking A. That's great, guys. Kylo Gwen, dude, you got me there.
Oh God.
He's got the hood and everything. It makes sense.
I know. That's fucking great.
Yeah, okay. If you do fan art, Kylo Gwen needs to be a thing. Just put it out there.
Seriously, somebody out there, whether you're listening now or listening in the future, if you are an artist, you have to create Kylo Gwen and then at me on Twitter or leave a comment to. I don't know if you can leave a link in the comments. Maybe you can. But yes, Kylo Gwen. Somebody has to come up with Kylo Gwen. Kylo Gwen shirtless.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. And make it stop.
Yeah. Since we were on the subject of Gwenpool, I'm going to attempt a screen share of something.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, this dang thing.
I would love to see what other variants of Gwen you can come up with. Solo Gwen doesn't work. Gwen Tico maybe.
Gwen Tico.
Yeah, Gwen Tico.
Okay.
Gwen Stool. All right. Let me click on you so it's being shared. There we go.
Let's see.
Yeah, just a little piece I did, and just a little thing I did in honor of Gwenpool's last issue.
I didn't read it. Was it decent?
I thought it was pretty good.
I haven't been reading it. I've always heard that the book was pretty good.
Gwen Baca.
That's fantastic, guys.
That's amazing.
It is.
Okay, I'm gonna see if they updated anything with Tony Stark Iron Man.
Gwen X Division.
Someone needs to redraw your icon as Gwen now.
Oh, dude, yeah, that would be fucking hilarious.
That's hilarious. That's really funny. Okay,
and somebody gave this live stream a thumbs down. Shame on you.
Oh, shame on you guys.
Who did it?
I have no idea. I don't care.
No, I'm kidding.
You know what? You can't please
them all.
You can't make everybody happy.
No, you cannot.
No. Let's see. Feisty Gwen.
Feisty Gwen?
Yes. Gwen Point. Crumple Gwen. Gwen X and Gwen Erotic.
Oh.
Switch Gwen.
Switch Gwen Point.
Gwen Point. I love that. That's fucking awesome. Gwen Lee. Let's see what else we got here.
Gwenlentine.
Gwenlentine.
Good.
Weaponized nerd Gwen. I don't know.
Gwen Slott, really?
Oh man!
After the stream, I'm going to show you guys 2 panels from Iron Man. So
I think what we're going to have to do is get Nerd Wonder to draw all of us as Gwen.
Yeah. Yes, the old woman Gwen comic. No.
Yeah, old woman Gwen comics. Yeah. Slotto Gwen. Gwenzilla.
And Gwentine. Kevin wins!
Seriously, yes.
And Gwentine.
Gwenzilla?
I think that is from Guatzilla. Another viewer.
She would hate that. Yeah,
he would hate that. He would totally hate Gwenzilla. Let's see.
Wow.
All right. That was awesome. Thank you, guys. You made my evening.
Right.
Hopefully, we made yours as well.
Yes. I don't know. Well, it's almost
Gwen
midnight
Wonder.
30 for you.
Obi Gwen Kenobi.
When will this
end up?
Holy fuck!
Eric
Okay,
Green.
I need to rename this stream to the Invasion of the Gwens. I'm doing that right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. What? No Gwen Raccoon? I almost feel left out here.
Samurai Gwen-kun?
That works.
That sounds kind of racist, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't want. Yeah, we don't know who might be watching this stream. And
Douglas Gwentz. Oh, that's good.
We have hit peak Gwen. Diversity in Gwen.
Diversity in Gwen.
Captain Gwen.
Like Gwenesty in comic.
Captain Gwennings?
Captain Gwenning. Oh my god, this is too much.
Gwen and I's nerd rage.
HP Gwen.
Let's see here.
Gwendo Calrissian.
Yeah, Gwendo Calrissian.
Oh gosh, that's too much.
Captain Gwenning.
Night Gwen.
Oh, what else? Gwenning is good than her actual comic said. Aw. Womp womp. Thanks, Chris.
Super Gwen Water. super dark water. Fucking comics Gwenvision. Yes.
That's
we have fallen down the Gwen hole.
Yes.
yes, Qui-Gon Gwen.
That Gwen.
Oh gosh. Gwen Ballsy. Oh shit.
Super Dimension Fortress Gwen Cross.
Oh god.
Gwen Frugal. I don't know if Gwen Frugal works.
Gwen Frugal.
Other than Captain
Gwen Frugal. There it is.
There we go. Good one, Kevin. Cap Gwen Frugal. There we go.
Just some Gwen.
Just some Gwen. Yes. Oh gosh.
That was Umbrella Gwen said already?
Which one?
Umbrella Gwen.
Just some Gwen. Umbrella Gwen. I don't think Umbrella Gwen was
No,
used.
that was
Gwen Point was used.
Winter Robo?
Winter Robo. Who's that one equating to?
I have no idea.
No idea.
Yeah.
Gwenzinger Z.
Yes,
Yeah.
the Umbrella Gwen.
Yep.
Gweno Flash. I don't know, or would Yellow Gwen work better?
Heather Gwentos.
Oh god. Yellow Gwen guy.
Yellow Gwen guy. Yeah, there you go. Let's see. Next time, same Gwen channel.
Next Gwen time, same Gwen channel.
Yeah. Next Gwen time. Yeah. Oh, it's fucking great, guys.
The Gwen Factor.
Yeah, Gwen Flash. That I think is probably the best one.
And Gwenmans?
Yeah.
Gwen.
Oh, dude, I gotta have to do a
Gwen
a
or
video.
Gwen.
Yes.
Oh no, they Daltonized Gwen. Wow.
Fucking day. I got to do a video where it's just like me talking about Gwen. Welcome back, Gwen Nation. Comics Gwen here. How the hell are you?
Oh gosh, that's so funny. X Gwen.
X Gwen. The Gwen men.
Oh man.
How much longer can we keep this? Dr. Gwen.
X Gwenilbur.
Fantastic Gwens.
Guardians
Those
of
are the
the Gwenixie.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I got it.
Gwen, what? Gwentenstein.
It's like Constantine. Gwen and
Yeah.
Stein.
Gwenterupt or Gwenrupt. Gwentana. Oh gosh, the Gwens. Gwens of the Galaxy. Yeah, I like that.
Gwens of the Galaxy. Yeah.
Gwenum works.
Yeah, Gwenum.
Yeah.
Gwenos. What? Oh shit. He would have the Infinity Gwen.
Chef Gwen geeks out.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan, the Gwen Lantern Corps.
Franken Gwen.
Franken Gwen. Oh god, we're giving Marvel a million ideas. Yes, we are.
Oh, Adam Gwenlock.
Okay. Well, and the question is, how many of them will they screw up?
All of it. Well, they're really funny. Okay, so my wife is a huge gamer, and she loves Fallout. So there's like this one, it's like the Vault of the Garys. So it says, you know, Gary, she knows about Gary. And so she whenever I'm like, so I'm waiting for Gary to send me the link, and she's like, send in the link, Gary. It's like the whole Gary bit from Fallout is pretty fucking funny.
I know about that. I watched my husband play Fallout, so I didn't like. I was too busy doing other things, but when he was playing Fallout, I would watch him play. So that's funny.
And he would have to be Gwenrotic channel.
Gwenrotic channel. Yep.
Yes.
Gwencraft. Black.
Gosh, it's
Black Winter. That's wow. I'm surprised we have gone on as long as we
I know. I'm like
with the whole Gwen thing.
Yes.
I'm sure people have checked that now.
Yeah, this is going to be the most fucking random stream when people go to rewatch it later on. What the fuck are they talking about? This Gwen thing. It's going on forever. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
That's what we said.
There's a lot wrong with us. Gwencraft 3. Reign of the Gwen. Reign of Gwen. That's funny.
Dalton the
Dalton the Gwenicator. The Gwenicator.
Oh, that's good.
So awesome.
Yeah, the chat is a part of the replay now, so
yes.
Gwenverine. There it is. Someone did it.
Let's go. Gwen Fantasy 7 Advent Gwen. Such a terrible movie.
Oh, it wasn't terrible. I enjoyed it.
Something wicked this way, Gwens.
He wants to kill you now. Probably. Oh, that's funny. But yeah,
there will probably be a comment in the future from Dalton.
Nice. But yeah,
Maybe.
no, I have to show you guys this panel after we're done with the stream because it's ridiculous.
Huh.
That's coming up in Iron Man. Like, it'll make you guys like, yeah.
Nice one, Mr. Unbeatable Gwen Girl. This is gonna be a thing. This is gonna be a reoccurring thing, isn't it? Now it's anytime there's a live stream, it's
back Gwen and Blades of Birds of Gwen.
Yeah, Gwen Goblin.
Gwen Goblin. That needs to be a thing. Yeah,
nice one, Blue Domino. Very good. 2.5 Gwens.
My Gwen Academia. We speak the language of the Gwen. Gwen Arrow.
Gwen Arrow.
Oh, have we started Gwen posting?
Attack on Gwen.
Okay, here's my challenge to you guys. Go to Twitter. Make this a thing. Just start tweeting out random Gwen stuff.
Yes, and then like do we need a hashtag though. What's our hashtag?
Hashtag invasion of the Gwens. I don't know.
Yes, invasion of the Gwens.
Right.
Or Gwen
Gwen memes?
Gwen memes, yeah.
Gwen memes. Yeah. That's it. Make this a thing. Go to the Twitters. We will start something that cannot be stopped.
Go Power Gwens.
Yeah, go Power Gwens. Gwen Rider.
Gwenvasion. Yes! Hashtag Gwenvasion. That's
yes,
it.
There we go.
Yes.
Hashtag Gwenvasion.
Make
it a thing, folks. all 23 of you who are watching, that's probably the 3 of us. All 20 of you who are watching right now, make it a thing. Go to
Gwenvasion. It's hashtag Gwenvasion.
Yes.
Hashtag Gwenvasion. Secret Gwenvasion.
Oh God. Yes.
Secret Gwenpire.
Oh,
Holy fuck.
me. Holy fuck, this is too much. Oh, I can't.
I know. This is ridiculous.
Oh God.
Oh, all right. I have to grab the URL and hashtag it as Gwenvasion.
That's what this stream has turned into. That's awesome. All Gwenty3 of us.
All Gwenty3. Oh, fucking A, Eric.
Oh
that
God.
is brilliant. Holy shit.
Everyone just went Gwensane.
Gwen in a Gwen wearing?
Yeah.
Oh, Gwen
Holy shit. Such a stream about nothing.
I know.
Thulu.
The red Gwen. Oh, it's too much. I can't. Gwenvasion needs to be a hashtag. It needs to be a thing. Make it so.
Oh, I just retweeted out the stream with Gwenvasion, so.
Gwen
Yes.
got on the memes.
Oh, dear God. That is fucking ridiculous.
She Gwen.
She Gwen.
Oh.
Dark Gwen Duck.
Oh God.
If there's anything I've contributed to Comicsgate, it's Gwenvasion.
Yes, you have. Gwensanity 2018.
Whew.
Oh God.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, it's amazing though.
Oh, it is amazing.
Oh God. Scrooge McGwen. Gwengate.
Holy shit. So somebody just tweeted me these photos of basically their Joy Division boots. That's fucking awesome. Thank you, Trevnik. That's great. I will have to track those boots down and buy them. Are these
That's
actually
awesome.
Doc Martens? Holy fuck. Oh, they're Doc Martens. I must acquire these.
John Malgwen. Gwen Fighter 2. Captain Gwenville.
The Gwen Reaper.
Oh God. Ethan Gwen Skyver.
Gwen Tico.
Oh my God. This is, I can't. This, my cheeks
I
hurt. Oh God.
My sinuses hurt now. Just from
Aww.
all the laughing.
Damn.
It's not a bad thing. It's pains of joy.
Yeah.
Pains of joy.
Oh, that is this live stream.
I know, right?
Hey, man. Woo. I didn't realize we could talk about nothing for so long.
Right?
Gwen Anya, there we go.
That's too much.
It really is.
Mem Gwen Room. I love it.
Oh, that's funny.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Gwens.
No.
Oh gosh.
Yes.
Gwen Stones. Yes.
Yes. Gwen Stones. Gwen of Thunder. Thor. Gwen of Thunder. Gwen Fu. The Deadly Hands of Gwen Fu. Oh, that's fucking great. House of Gwens.
Gwen, Queen of Gwenlantis. Gwen Thugs in Harmony. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. Oh. Yeah, this stream is too much now.
This stream's going south, all right.
Oh, it's fucking priceless though. Come on.
Yep.
Secret Gwenvasion.
Great.
Gwen
Yes.
by Gaslight. Justice
Gwen
League
by-
Gwen. Oh gosh.
Council of Gwens.
No more
No more
Gwens.
Gwens.
Gwen Tang, Super White Red Sun.
Batman, Gwen and the family.
Oh my gosh, this is too much. Wow. Yes. So yeah, so this ended up like interesting.
It sure as shit did. Not what I was
One
expecting.
More Gwen.
Oh,
Gwen
God.
10. Gwen 13.
Harley Gwen.
Gwen 13.
Gwen 13. Yes.
Yeah, people are gonna be like, "What's this Gwenvasion?" Check out our stream, and then you'll know.
Yes.
Wow.
Hashtag Gwenvasion.
All right, so I'm getting tired. I have to actually be up kind of early because I have to do things.
I'm getting really fucking congested too, so it's like this is probably a good place to stop.
Yeah.
Stop. Good place to stop. Yeah. One more Star Wars: Heir to the Gwenpire.
That's
the Dark Gwen returns. Holy fuck! We will have to keep this shit going. So hashtag remember the Gwens. Save the Gwens. All right, guys. It was fucking fantastic.
Yes.
Yes.
Let's go to the let's talk about what we do section of this bow out. Starting with you, Feisty Fan.
Hi, I'm Feisty Comic Fan. You can find me on Twitter at Feisty Comic Fan, and I actually have a video up going over DC price changes on my YouTube channel. And I'm gonna. I thought I was gonna be streaming tomorrow morning, but it looks like I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow afternoonish on Don't Get Fucked Friday, which means that's your last chance to put things on your poll before that coming Monday to actually get it on your poll. So I'll go over the final order cutoff. That's what fucked means. So yeah, follow me there. That's a comic or Feisty Comic Fan. I was a Comics Division. follow Comics Division too. Like, share, subscribe, all that junk.
Self-promotion fail. Oh, I love it. It's still going too. Go ahead, Samurai Raccoon.
Okay, Samurai Raccoon here. As you probably, Samurai Raccoon here, comic creator. You follow me at Raccoon Ronin, or is it Ronin Raccoon?
He's like, I gotta check.
I have no idea. Now I have to check as well.
Yes, it is that Raccoon Ronin.
Raccoon Ronin. There we go. Cool. Anything else?
Now that my mic issue has been fixed, I'm hoping to actually do a stream to kind of a get to know comic skaters kind of thing.
Right on, man. That's very cool. Ooh, excuse me. As for myself, as I burp into the microphone, nice. I am Comics Division. Hopefully you've found this channel and enjoyed it so that you will like and click that subscribe button. I got nothing. I'm tired. And until next time, enjoy your reads and Invasion of the Gwens, folks. Remember the Gwens.
Gwenvasion.